Hello, 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 everyone. How are you doing on this glorious Wednesday wind down? I'm Natasha McCray. I got the wine for y'all. I got the wine for y'all. This is one of my favorites. It's Deloche Vineyard. It's a 2016. I said that I was going to start bringing the wines to you. And today we're going to be talking about flowing in your zone of genius, but I'm also going to just chit chat with y'all because so much has been going on in my world. I would love to know where you're tuning in from. Hi, Tina. Here's to everyone on the Wednesday wind down. So I have a story for you guys. Some of you may know, you've seen my Facebook post, but I want to first and foremost thank everyone who has sent me messages, private messages, responses to my post. Yes, it's a red. It's a Pinot. I'm not necessarily a huge fan of Pinots too much, but this Pinot has layers, honey. Alexa, turn the music off. So this week, but thanks to everyone. One, I'm just gonna tell y'all now. My brain is on one. Focus is a challenge, and I'm not gonna fight it. So you might just get a little bit of, craziness tonight. I don't know, but I'm not fighting it. I'm not fronting, So here we are. Thanks to our neighbors. We have the best neighbors. One of our neighbors sent us candles. Another neighbor actually brought us dinner the night of. So last Friday, no, let me stop. Last Sunday, so a week ago, about 7 to 10 days ago, our little baby doggy started having like interesting signs of being unstable, and progressively throughout the week, I took her to the vet on Tuesday. I took her to the vet on Wednesday. She was stumbling, then she was falling over, and then by Friday she was paralyzed. And by Saturday we had to put her to sleep. And I will tell y'all, I did a 7-minute Monday motivation. I did 7-minute Monday motivation about judging. About 10 years ago, I judged this lady for crying on her live about her doggy missing. I felt for her, one, but I'm just telling you the internal dialogue I had was that I was like, yeah, girl, okay, the dog, we got a whole bunch of stuff going on, but I'll never judge people and their pets again, ever. So yes, I will be talking about how to flow in your zone of genius tonight. But I just wanted to address that on this because some of you have been seeing what's going on. It's really a grieving cycle for me. And we have to accept exactly where we are. No matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, if it was a breakup with somebody you didn't need to be with, if it was a breakup with a crush, someone you thought you was with, if it is a disappointment and not getting a job, disappointment and not speaking, maybe a client not responding to you, I want you to just accept where you are, and then you can adapt and adjust, but accept where you are, address it, lean into it, honey, because I was watching someone the other day and they were complaining about something in business, and I almost began to judge that process, but I'm like, you know what, I'm not. That is their truth. If that is your truth, you address it, and then we mature in certain areas that allow us to navigate through this world. Like I could be totally shot to hell and be in the bed. I was in the bed on Sunday just because I could, and I can. And so today I really wanted to go take a nap in the middle of the day, but I just took a break because for me, I wanted to get some things done, and I would have been beating myself up about not getting those things done. And that brings me to flowing in your zone of genius. But first, here's to you, my beautiful Wednesday wind down warriors. I'm going to ask that you spread this, you share the love, you share this post with so many people. Thank you so much, Tina. That's nice. This is a very complex Pinot. Deloche is in the Russian River Valley. I don't know if you guys saw me take my mom to the vineyard, Deloche Vineyard, this June. Actually, not this June, honey, because we wasn't going nowhere. But it was a year and a half ago. So I took my mom there, and the soil at this vineyard, it's so complex and rich. So I can drink a Pinot, and I'm a cab drinker, and I can drink up this Pinot and not feel like I'm missing anything. Mm. And for those of you who don't like that real heavy, the heaviness, if you're a new wine drinker and you think cabs are heavy, this right here, honey, will give you some joy and some life. All right, so back to what I was saying about, I wanted to take a break today. I wanted to go to sleep today, but I'd already done that. And so I knew for me personally what I needed, because I have that personal relationship with myself. Self-awareness is key, y'all. But since I'm flowing in my zone of genius in the work that I do, it's easier for me to navigate those days. It's easier for me to have the inspiration and the motivation to flow through. And I wanted to just give you guys a couple of tips. One, I want to know who's flowing in their zone? Who wants to know more about flowing in your zone of genius? Just say me. Give me a shout. I miss you too, Tina. I miss you so much. I wish you were in the LA, but you can see me here virtually until we start doing lives again. I wanted to just bring this up, and I took notes, so I will be looking at my notes, y'all, because, it's just one of them things right now. It's just one of them things. I'm looking at notes. But who's comfortable with flowing in their zone of genius? Who really understands what flowing in your zone of genius is? Give me a shout out. Let me know some of those things, because one of the things that I never really thought about flowing in zone of genius until I started doing this work and helping my clients. And when I was working a 9-to-5 and I was an executive assistant to C-level execs. Yes, Natasha, I had a 9-to-5. I was an executive assistant. And I was an executive assistant for 20 years, y'all. And that was very interesting, because I'm very good at it. And oftentimes you might be good at something, but that don't mean you in your flow. You might be good at something, but that doesn't mean you're in your flow. You might need to transfer those skills into your genius. So let's talk about that. I'm a masterful strategist. I see things a mile away. I can do the bird's eye view about things. I really like detail. I like order. I like systems. And so that worked as an executive assistant. And that was really good. That's why my bosses loved me. I could do no wrong in that world. And it being in that world, for a while you think, oh, that's what I do, because I do it so dang good. And it was an easy job for me to get. It was just one of those things. It was always easy for me to get that job, but I would leave that job dog tired. That leads us to number one. If you are not energized by the thing that you are doing, then you may not be flowing in your zone of genius. So you need to look for being energized. And I don't mean the usual, you worked a little hard, so you're tired. I don't mean that. I mean, every single freaking day you're doing this thing that you think you're supposed to be doing, and you are dog tired. You're not enjoying the journey. You need to sleep in order to get up and go do the dang thing again. So, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I can't remember the name of who I got these from, but I will post their name in the comments. And you guys, hey, I'm looking if sponsors, people want to sponsor some earrings, we'll talk about that on this Wednesday wind down. Yeah, if you're not energized by that thing, you got to be energized by it. It has to bring you joy. Now, being good at something and something genuinely bringing you kind of joy is two different things. I get amazing joy when I get off the phone with coaching my clients. It turns me on. I am so overjoyed when I'm creating a course or creating a program. That type of stuff really gets me excited. So I know that I'm flowing in my zone. When I can look up and I've been working all day and I'm like, oh, damn, where did the time go? That's when you're flowing in your zone. It's really, really important for you to think about, what are those things that I love that actually bring me so much joy? I would love it. If you know some things that bring you joy, type it in the comments. What brings you joy? We got folks watching. What brings you joy? Does drinking wine bring you joy? I think I froze. Okay, being good at something and something genuinely bringing you joy are two different things. Yes. And like I said, the same skill I use as being an executive assistant, which was, I mean, it did me good. I got paid great. It did me, good during that time. But some of those same skills I use in my business, or even as I'm coaching my assistant, I can use those skills. So it's not, it's not a mute point, you doing these things. Someone said, oh yes, dancing. Lucretia says, dancing. I need to come with you concerning a project I'm working on. When I help others reach a goal. Who is that? Give me your name. Type your name. When I help others reach a goal. Spending time in the sun. Yes, Shanti, honey. I love being in the sun. Helping others brings me joy. Spending time in the sun. So those are some things, like when we're thinking about what we want to spend the rest of our lives doing. What do we want to spend the rest of our lives doing? We want to consider those, lean into those things that absolutely bring us joy. Absolutely bring us joy. And then when you're doing something that brings you joy, it's not saying you'll never be tired, but you won't have to rest in order to do it. Now, by no means is Natasha, the self-care coach, telling you not to rest. I'm just saying there's certain times where, like say for instance, right now, I'm a little tired, but best believe if somebody called me right now and said, we get your COVID test, everybody been tested, we about to shoot a movie. Or if somebody called me right now and said, you know what, we're going to have you coach these 10 women, I'm there. I don't need to go, dang, I'm got to take a nap. I guarantee I'll find that adrenaline, boom, and then I'm ready to go. So that is definitely something, you want to make sure that you're activating those skills that you're really good at, even though you may be using them in something else, and that you're doing something that you really love and enjoy, that you do something you really love and enjoy. Now, some people go, I don't know what that means. Working for me in West Consulting and helping others with small business processes and procedures. Oh, that's great. Being near water, writing. Oh, that sounds so good. That, you know what? That turns me on too. Taking pictures all over the world, that turns me on. Like my phone is so full. I should start sharing some of them with you guys. I didn't think you knew it was me. It's Flo. Yes. Spending time in such a, where was Flo? Oh, Flo said, when I help others reach a goal. That's awesome. Whether it's a hair goal or a workout goal, I'm sure that turns you on. Man, so how many of you out there are looking to be in your flow in 2021? Or are you like, I don't even want to look at 2021. I was talking to someone today. I was interviewing a client, and some people that she's around, she was saying that they're just really not interested in even looking at 2021, like looking at it. So who's excited? I'm excited about 2021, and I'm ready to flow even more in my zone of genius in 2021. It's just one of the things that we have to remember is not to poo-poo on, what's going on now. Like me, I could be like, I lost my dog, COVID all over the place. I ain't seen my mama all year. I'll screw 2021. I could, I don't want to do that. I want to make the best of every single moment. And that's what I encourage you to do, to encourage you to make it the best of every single this is your life, honey. This is your life. And so in order to flow in that zone of genius, you gotta be willing, open, available, and willing to go after the thing that you want. Open, available, and willing to adapt when circumstances change. When you are operating and flowing in your zone of genius, those tasks, that technique is a lot easier. If you're doing something you hate, no, you don't want to. Why would you want to even make a plan? It's like, I'm gonna make a plan for 2021 to keep doing what I hate. That's probably where those people who don't want to even look at it, are saying it. Yeah, I'm so excited about 2021. I am. It's just, even though there are challenges in the moment, I just feel that when you are tapping into who you are, when you are having a heightened sense of self-awareness, you're flowing in your zone of genius, you're loving yourself more. The things that you want in 2021 will come to you. You will attract them to you in your space. And that's just a given. That's the law of the universe. When you're operating at that higher vibrational state, you will attract those things that you want instead of keeping looking at the thing that you hate. And that's why I teach Flow in Your Zone of Genius. People are like, oh, you're a love CEO. Yes, self-love, flowing in your zone of genius is a form of self-love. And for those of you who have not signed up, I want you to come to, on Friday, I'm doing the Vision Board Mastery. I'm doing it live. So what we are doing is we will be walking you through the Vision Board Mastery program, which I teach, which I've licensed. And what that program does is allow you to start seeing your goals in images. And when you see your goals in images and have a clear understanding of where you're going, then you will be able to put very clear images on your vision board, and you will start activating through hiring your vibration. You'll start activating what you are telling the universe and God that you want. That is what we will be doing this week. It's for 2 hours on Friday and 2 hours on Saturday. I'll be popping a bottle of champagne to bring you in. We're not doing it when we're over. I mean, when it's done, we are popping champagne to celebrate you taking that first step. Yes, you still can sign up. It's Love Vision 2021. I've opened up a split payment for people now. So go over there and you can look at the split payment option. Just choose that for yourself. Do what you got to do to be in the house, because I guarantee you that you will have a very fulfilling 2021 if you lay that foundation. And me being an executive assistant for years, the interesting thing is I watched C-level, I mean, the people who ran the company, C-level executives plan their years in like September, October, November. Year is done, planned. And that's why I've always done the Vision Board Mastery at the beginning of December. And some people don't want to think about that. But I guarantee you will enjoy the holidays a lot better if you are having your 2021 plan already. You'll enjoy the holidays. You're not going to be thinking, oh, what is my work? What's my thing going to look like? Oh, I don't know about this year. Going to holidays like pumped up. Pumped up. So I love you, Tina. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, so you can definitely catch the replay. Everybody will have access to the replay. Everyone gets access to the Vision Board Mastery e-course. So even without me live, you get access to that. But I'm going to also be talking about how to have love themes and create mantras and affirmations that are going to allow your vision board to come to life. So I'm really excited about that. But in that process, flowing in your zone of genius will be something that comes out of that. You'll just have a little bit more of self-awareness on Friday. When we're done, you're going to be like, damn, what did she take me through? You, for real, everyone who comes through this, they say that it is an experience about vision boards that they have never, ever had before. Ever. Ever. So there was a guy, my first experience with flowing in your zone of genius came from Gay Hendricks. He has a book called Big Leap. And there's a quote. It says, the state of feeling good is essential to flow in your zone. And I feel like it's really important that when you are getting ready, I have when you're getting, and I'll share this with you guys next week, but there's a checklist. Like when you're getting ready to do your vision board, you want to make sure that you are feeling good. So that's something that we're tapping into. I have a healer sending us a love meditation to start the event. I love that. I love that. I'm so excited about that. All right, y'all. So flowing in your zone of genius. Make sure you're doing something that feels good to you, something that ignites you. Things that bring you joy are going to be breadcrumbs to that thing that you can be doing. Also, I would love for you to track your experiences. Sometimes people who are stuck and they're like, I don't know about my zone. It's okay. But you also have to just decide, I'm open and I'm willing to figure that shit out. Forgive y'all who, forget the language, honey, but I'm open and I'm willing to figure it out. Don't just sit in my life sucks. It's your responsibility to show up for you. I show up for you. That's something God has gifted me with. I show up for you. And so I want you to show up for yourself. I got you, boo. I got you. So if you guys are interested in the Deloche Pinot Noir, this is such a beautiful bottle. I don't even want to throw it away. But just hit me up in my DMs. I'll make sure you guys all have the link. I'll start announcing the wines in advance so that you guys can order them. And this is to you, flowing in your zone of genius. I love you guys. Now go out and make it an amazing week. Bye.